Maryland survived its initial run through the Big Ten in 2014, winning 4 of 8 games in conference. They got trashed by Ohio State, decimated by Wisconsin, 37-0. Michigan State turned in a workmanlike victory, 37-15 at College Park. And then the real surprise was Maryland, for most of the Big Ten season, appeared to be the better of the 2 entries. Then they faced Rutgers in what the Big Ten is obviously trying to form as a rivalry to end the season. Rutgers came out of nowhere in the fourth quarter, pulled off a miracle win, and so it was Rutgers who finished at 5-3 in the Big Ten, Maryland at 4-4. Then the Scarlet Knights also went on to a bowl victory over North Carolina impressively, while Maryland was the biggest underdog of the bowl season, and they looked the part, getting blown out by Stanford. So Maryland takes another run at it. The Terps and the Scarlet Knights clearly in the same position in the Big Ten right now, way far behind Ohio State, Michigan State, Nebraska, Wisconsin. There's the gap there, no doubt. They're clearly ahead of the Purdue's, Illinois, and Indiana's. They're bunched up with Michigan, Penn State right now. Now, we expect Michigan and Penn State to take off. Will it happen? We shall see. But right now, Maryland and Rutgers fighting for their lives to join the elite of the Big Ten. They've got a lot of work to do. Let's talk about the Terps' schedule here. They start with Richmond. They've got Bowling Green. They got South Florida. Okay, that doesn't excite me too much, but they've got a date at West Virginia. They should have won that game last year. They played the Mountaineers at home. They blew it on a last-second field goal, let that game get away. So that's their one big Power 5 non-conference matchup. It's at West Virginia, September 26th, against a West Virginia team that we would expect to finish 7-5, 8-4 in that range. Okay, that starts a tough stretch for the Terps. West Virginia, Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, Iowa, Wisconsin, Michigan State. So Penn State and Iowa, they can win those games. Other than that, it's going to be difficult. Again, West Virginia, Michigan, those are toss-up games right now. Ohio State, they'll be a decided underdog in Columbus. Penn State, Iowa, those are winnable games, but those are basically toss-ups, especially in Iowa City. And then there'll be a substantial underdog as things stand right now against Wisconsin and Michigan State. If they can survive those 7 games and go 3-4, they're probably an 8-4 football team. So again, what we look at here, conference games obviously in division, and Maryland plays the toughies in the Big Ten East. They got the crossover games against Iowa and Wisconsin. Pretty difficult there. They've got the one Power 5 conference game, non-conference game against West Virginia. So Maryland with a 3rd toughest schedule in the Big Ten. And again, that stands on the Eastern Division power and having to take on Wisconsin, especially out of the West, and a decent opponent in West Virginia. So Maryland, 3rd toughest schedule. Weigh the schedules, look at the videos, listen to the podcasts, whatever form of platform you're listening or watching these videos, and take them in. Leave me a comment. Let's talk it up right here on Mark Rogers TV.